think we're ready, chaps.
Sweet.
I'm ready.
Yeah.
I'm
alright.
fucking ready.
Have we got record going?
No, mate, I'm just saying that to tease the fuck out of you.
I thought that was Jordan's stomach for a second then.
Yeah, I thought that too.
Step.
No, John's stomach is more like...
Nah, mine sounds like a fucking Kawasaki, mate. Don't know what you're on about.
That's a retro recording.
Yeah.
Don't
Yeah.
get sassy with me, Piss.
You can
Don't get...
see.
Oh, yeah, because when you change the screen, yeah.
Yeah.
I know what I'm doing. Fucking...
Yeah, all right.
Fuck, I'm
So
fucking
crummy.
gonna knock you out.
You're
You are
crummy.
crummy.
Oh,
Crummy
Mama
prick.
said knock you out.
Oh, you did a Johnny Bravo impression there.
I thought
Oh, mama.
I was going to sound weird, and it's simultaneous
Yeah.
mamas.
That's nice. That's just how
How
I
do you
like
think
I was
it.
going to say that's a really good name for a podcast. Simultaneous mamas.
No,
It's
that's a good name
loose
for
It's like
women.
loose.
Good name for a porn film. Like-
Oh, yeah. We're in
Oh,
different
yeah.
places in our
Oh,
life,
yeah.
mate.
Yeah.
You always have to bring it down, don't you, Matt?
Oh, yeah. Bring it down. You've
Does
got to bring
to-
it down so you
does
can
to-
bring it back up. You know?
Absolutely.
Troughs and... No.
Peaks and
Roundabouts.
Troughs
Troughs and
Roundabouts,
roundabouts.
roundabouts, yeah.
This is
All
why
right.
you don't go anywhere long distance.
Oh, what did I
Can't do
say my
any
autobiography
long
could be
distance
called?
drive.
Can't do anything,
What
Matt.
was it? Pepperoni deep. That
Yeah,
was it.
pepperoni deep.
I said the cat would be pepperoni deep if it went and got slices of the pizza
Pepperoni
yesterday.
deep, yeah.
I said that would be my autobiography.
That'd be good. I like that. I like that. Good joke.
deep.
Ha ha ha.
Now let him fucking speak.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Only the second episode I've hosted.
Yeah, no.
Wait,
You did it last time.
Yeah, you guys have
Not
been a
bad.
more Existential Tangent podcast than I have.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have technically.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah, that's why he said it. That's the reason why he said that sentence.
I wasn't lying. It's telling the truth.
Making sure he's not a liar.
Right. Let's go.
Live from your headphones, the Existential Tangent. And now, your host,
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the third episode of the Existential Tangent Podcast. My name's Matt, your host. You just heard in the intro. That's me. That's about me, that one is. Yeah, do you not feel awkward in the last episode when it was like...
I did, yeah.
Well,
Well, it's like a joke that I made where I said,
thought
like,
one of you was going to have dubbed over it, just going, David and Jordan.
No, you should
Well,
have.
that's what I made the joke saying that, like, you know, I should
Yeah.
just go first.
Go first.
Well,
you know,
that's
we
too
didn't
much
do it.
effort.
It's too much effort.
Yeah,
Yeah,
too much
fuck that.
effort
Why
for
would he?
this
Why would he
podcast.
change perfection?
Yeah,
Exactly.
exactly. Pretty much.
It's partly due to me as well.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And I've got Jordan with
Oh,
me.
yeah.
Got Guff with me.
I
And I got Sam with me.
I,
Sam's on his phone.
we're all,
So's
I'm
Jordan.
booking
Oh,
train tickets.
Can one day we start an episode
Little
doing
bitch.
like a hello, 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 hello?
How about we
Darkness,
make
my
that
old
day
friend.
today?
Oh, yeah, re-record it.
Re-record it.
Cut it all.
No.
Remember where it is, Matt?
Just
No,
a
we're
re-
doing the editing.
just a
I
record
know, you know what's
scratch.
annoying? is I'm saying this, and I know all this is still going to be kept in because of
Yeah.
this lazy fuck.
And I'm pretty
Yeah.
lazy. No, I'm not lazy. There's gonna
We'll
be some-
we'll save that. Now that I've said
see.
it, we're gonna have to wait a few episodes
All
until
right,
we do
yeah,
that.
we'll do it. We'll do it.
Or at least the
some
next
point,
one.
Yeah. We should have acted like it was spontaneous when
Yeah.
we did it, but now it's like, oh, it's on record.
Yeah, unless you know you do your fucking job and you edit.
No, I'm not editing this out. This is good.
Keep it all.
This is good content.
He keeps telling himself that.
Content.
Is it?
Yeah, that's what I tell myself
Is
when I
it
get sick. I
really?
go, it's good content.
Is it though?
Content.
My
He's
mum
got,
said
like,
she's proud of me.
He's got post-it notes surrounding his Mac.
It's
That
good.
just say it's good, it's good, it's good.
It's good. Oh, that's quite sad. That's
It's
quite,
quite
that's
sad,
quite like a
actually.
sad little thing. That
Oh,
is.
it is
It's
sad.
not true, but it's kind of sad.
Oh, isn't my life awful?
In my life,
Oh, that
awful.
is
I don't have to
sad,
leave
actually.
myself post-it notes to cheer myself up. Oh no. How are you guys anyway?
I'm alright. That did remind me of a little story real quick.
Go on, drop
Just
it
at
on
the
us.
very
Lay it
start.
down.
No, it was something that I used to keep me going at uni, which was actually quite nice.
Speed.
No, my mum used to write me.
Pornhub subscription.
No, my mum used to write. Oh, very drastic difference. Not to mention my mum. No,
Oh yeah.
stop it. Let's
Just-
cut this one right out before it starts. No, basically, my mum used to, like, every time I'd return home, like, return to Carlisle, my mum would leave like a note somehow saying, like, you know, good luck, hope you're doing well, proud of you, all that.
Oh.
Is that nice?
that's
And then,
nice.
like, she had the last one I had before, like, my final handing and stuff. It was like when I came back from Easter and that, and I was
Yeah.
like handing everything in. And I stuck it on my wall in front of my desk where I'd like be sitting at a computer every day. And,
They just
and
say,
he
you're
said,
adopted.
"No, yeah, he did. He was like, you're adopted. And no one. Yeah, the back of
The whole
every single
thing.
letter, it's like a really emotional, I love you, proud of you. At the end, it's just going, lol, joke. No, it was, he
I'd
just said,
have
I'm proud
kids
of you. And
just to do that.
yeah, that'd be funny, wouldn't it?
That's pretty good.
He just said, I love you and I'm proud of you on this
Oh,
note at the end of it.
that's
And I was
cute.
like, that's nice, I'm keeping that.
It's cute, that is.
My mum caught me out on it once, though, because they had the spare key. They like let themselves in once when I was still at uni. And she was like, I wasn't prying, but I did see there was like a little note on the thing. I was like, yeah, don't mention it. Let's not get weird, shall we? let's not talk.
Yeah, more, I fucking love you and everything, but let's not
Let's
do this.
talk
We're
about
not
it.
talking about it. Fuck off. Like, give me a lift somewhere.
It's embarrassing!
yeah, just... Well, so were you taking it down then before she arrived? Just being like,
Well, no, but I would have probably hidden it because I thought it was a bit embarrassing.
Because you don't want your mum knowing how much you appreciate her.
No, I mean, I appreciate it. I'm glad she saw it, though, because then I was like, at least she knows.
At least she knows. I don't
It's embarrassing being
Lisa
in the
Blood-
room and someone goes, hey, what's that? And you're like, stop it.
Yeah.
It's me Action Man wallpaper, leave it alone.
Action Man loves you and is proud of you. Yes!
Yeah.
Yes, he is.
He is,
Because
and
it's a
he
mission
does.
getting out of bed every day.
Yeah. Action Man should definitely do like motivational videos like that.
Yeah. Oh, speaking of which, have you seen the new deleted scenes from Spider-Man where it's like all the Captain America moments?
No.
They've released it as like
Oh.
some of them are great, like talking about
Some of them are shit.
puberty and stuff, and
Oh,
well,
that's
all of
cool.
them are great. All of them are really funny.
Oh, I need to watch that.
Yeah, it's really good.
I need to watch that shit. How's everyone else apart from Guff? Because, you know, Guff just
Talked about
Doing
that.
all
we
right.
talked about Guff. Yeah.
Death is the destination, and I'm closely.
And I'm
slowly
riding
getting
that
there.
train.
I'm not getting off.
You know. Does that mean you're gonna smash through death then?
Yeah, like a bat out of hell.
Like if you're not, yeah.
I will become
Yeah.
death. I'm
Yeah, if
gonna
you're
get my.
If you're not stopping, you're not getting off.
Yeah, that's true.
Surely you're just gonna pass
It's a
death
nice
right on
lead up
by.
for saying I'm going to be the Grim Reaper for Halloween.
That's pretty cool.
Oh, are you?
I'm not.
Oh, shit.
No, I'm going watching
Oh,
The
I mean, I love
Shining
this segue.
at
Oh,
Halloween.
are you?
Yeah.
Where at? Well, we're not
In the
invited.
Printworks.
You little.
If you want to come, you can come.
No, it's
mate.
fine. I don't want third wheel. You and
Oh,
you.
It's
I
just
was
me by
invited.
myself because I've not got other fucking
Is
mates.
it? You're going by yourself?
Yeah, you do that all the time. What you being like?
Not on
Did you go-
Halloween to specialist screenings. You
Oh, I'm
punts.
sorry.
If anything,
I'm
that's
punts.
more of a reason to go on your
Yeah.
own. Like, you know, it's
Is
fair
it?
enough. Yeah, it's like if you go and see a
Shit
film
yourself
on
in
your
front
own
of a
that you
load of
could go
strangers.
see. Well, I was going to say, if you could go see a film any day that's like doing a run in the cinema,
Yeah.
then you could just, you know, don't be a loser, wait for your mates.
Whoa.
but like, you know, a special screening
Anyone
one off if
wants
no
to
one
come.
else can go. Why should you miss it?
All right,
Exactly.
fair enough.
Anyone wants to
Yeah,
come?
but he's not invited anyone.
He invited
You
me.
can fucking come, mate.
Yeah, on your face.
I'm trying to stir shit. He did. He invited me.
Did he?
I've
Yeah.
had a few messages about it. Thank you very much.
Didn't invite
I'm not going, don't like him, but
yeah. Just,
no.
don't want to be seen with that nerd. Like,
You play me
No.
like that.
I do want to go, but it's
Play me like
it
that.
Depends on how busy I
is
am.
it on Halloween night
The
itself?
31st. As far as I know, it's what I've been told off like Pete and Paul and people like that.
Oh,
So,
cool.
yeah.
I might come.
It's at the Printworks.
I like the
Oh, it
Shining.
might come. Oh, look at
I
that.
don't know. I might better
Change
offers.
his
Can't
tune,
commit
innit?
to something.
Better offers, anyone? Guff, what's your offer? You said you had something about Halloween.
Going Satan's, but that's not till late. But it's, a friend might be coming
That's
from
your
Carlisle
great
also.
story. That's your great
No.
story, is it? And we were like, oh, what we're going to talk about today?
No, I
You're
was going
like,
to
"Oh,
talk about
I've
my
got something-
costume,
I've got
you
some-
absolute goon.
I've got something to talk about for
I thought you were
Halloween.
going to stop with cock then.
Yeah.
You know, since Matt's like started working, going to
And
the
he got
gym, he's
aggressive,
really
yeah.
more confrontational.
Deadhead.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's all the steroids.
Yeah.
Roid rage, that's
Yeah.
what it is.
My
Yeah, no.
dick's shriveled and mine's.
Why else would I be
blown.
angry? My dick's tiny now.
To be
I've
fair,
got all the reason to be mad.
that's probably it, isn't it? Steroids don't
Probably
like
just
make you
is,
angry.
yeah.
Just because your dick gets small and then
Yeah.
you're like,
There was a funny bit. There used to be a cartoon called Drawn Together. That was like it was like Big Brother, but it was all cartoon characters from different mediums. So it was a little bit like pre-American Dad, but it was that kind of humor, like that kind of
Yeah,
crass
yeah.
humor. But it was like you'd have a superhero, like a foxy
Lady.
female character. There'd be like a weird rabbit thing, and it's like they all lived together, but obviously they were dead like gross
Yeah.
and weird, and they were from like games and TV and stuff. But it was dead funny, and there was one where like the superhero ended up getting like addicted to steroids, and there'd be like a little montage of like the amount he was taking
dick.
them, and it would show him like injecting them. It'd go through his bloodstream into his eyes,
Yeah.
dilate, his muscles get big, but then his crotch would go wink, like and get
Oh, yeah.
smaller every time. It was dead funny.
happens, doesn't it? Happens to the best of us.
Ananyway, Halloween.
Yeah.
No, my
Yeah.
friend from Carlisle might be
You gonna
coming
go
up, and
first,
she's
then?
not a fan of horror films, so if she doesn't come up, I'll probably go see it.
Woo!
If not, I'll probably have to give it a miss. But
It's not like scary.
it's
No,
more,
it's
more
like-
like psychological.
see,
Yeah.
I've wanted to watch it for a very
Which
long
is the
time.
real
and-
horror. You know, if it's
Yeah.
in your head, then where else can it be?
Yeah, can't hide from
In your bed.
Yeah, it can't hide from your
own
head.
head.
It's fucking
I should
there.
chop it off.
Yeah.
No, I was thinking because if my mate does come up because she's quite short, I was saying that as like I was trying to think because last year I went as 11 from
Sits on
Stranger
your
Things.
shoulders as she watches it.
Oh, you know what though? To be honest, my costume that I really wanted to do, and I will do it before I die, is me and another adult
No, you
on
won't.
my shoulders. Me and another adult on my shoulders with a giant as fuck trench coat, pretending to be kids getting into a cinema.
Yeah.
Like I thought that'd be a really good
yeah.
costume, that,
cool.
and just talk like, I would like 1 vodka and Coke, please. Do you do it with cherry Coke?
You couldn't do that for long though, could you?
I could do that all night, mate.
No,
I
no,
bet
not the
you.
voice. I mean, like physically have an adult.
Oh,
on
yeah,
your
no, that'd be
shoulders
difficult, yeah.
for,
But
like,
you might have to.
not
I wonder if
skip leg
someone's
day
made
then, eh?
I wonder if someone's, you know, like you can get the costumes where it's like someone riding a giraffe,
Yeah.
where it looks
Yeah.
like, you know, your person
Yeah,
with
yeah.
legs over it.
Yeah.
I wonder if there's one for that, like, you know, where someone's maybe done it where like
There probably is.
the body's a bit longer,
Yeah, there probably is.
something like that. That'd be cool.
No, cool.
But I was thinking because I went as 11 last year, I want something along those lines of relevant and
Yeah.
funny.
Oh, just like
You've
how
always got-
everyone went last year as Donald Trump and stuff.
Yeah.
Now it's
Alright.
Yeah.
Exactly. Try
The
something that's relevant to
scariest thing of
2017.
all.
something that's more topical.
It's got to be Kim Jong Un this year, hasn't it?
Well, no, because I'm not going to... Oh, what, as the other people? I was going to say, not for me.
No, for
bet
you,
for
yeah.
not-
Yeah, you
It.
could pull it off.
No,
Not
no.
that
Yeah, you could pull off Kim Jong Un.
Pennywise
Is that what you're worried
with
about?
popular
You
Yeah,
can't
ones.
Pennywise is
Oh,
popular.
yeah.
But it's just,
Well,
I
that's
guess
what I
it's
was
a lot of
thinking.
Yeah,
makeup.
everyone's
Well,
gonna be
this is the
clowns,
thing I was
aren't
going to say, is that I might go as Georgie.
Yeah.
Oh.
Tall as fuck Georgie with a red balloon. And
Are you
it's
going to
an
do his
easy...
arm off? Or...
Well, that's what I was thinking about, yeah. I was thinking, do I like do it where like I just tuck my arm in for a little bit when I'm like really showing off and then like... You
Yeah,
know, I'm going
that's the thing,
Satan,
isn't
so
it,
it's
when-
like at some point I'm going to get pissed and just get my arm out.
Oh, what?
But I was thinking of
Give me
putting
your
like...
arm out.
arm
Yeah.
I was thinking of maybe trying to, depending on how much effort I want to put in. I thought it's a nice backup because it's just a yellow anorak, like,
Yeah.
and a balloon, and I thought easy costume that. But then I thought if I wanted to like make it my primary costume and like really put the effort in, you know,
Yeah.
bite off the arm, kind of not like literally bite off the arm. But
Yeah,
like,
just
try
your...
what big animals can I use to authenticate this sleeve bite?
No, just line some train tracks with like one arm, like...
Oh god. But I was thinking, should I like somehow figure out how to get wellies stuck on my knees so that when I'm in the queue I can go on my knees like a dwarf and like look short as fuck.
That'd be pretty fun.
It would be funny, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
But then I thought it'd be funnier if Harla does come because she's quite short. If she dresses like a short Pennywise and I'm a tall Georgie,
That'd be good. Yeah, that'd be good.
Yeah.
That'd be sweet.
But I don't know.
Oh, you went as a thingy from Stranger Things.
11,
last
yeah,
year.
yeah.
11.
And Sam
Still
went
got
as
that skirt.
Daphne.
Yeah. Oh, it was the year of the cross dressing. That
Yeah,
last
it
year,
was.
wasn't
Yeah,
it?
it freaked me out a bit.
Yeah.
Not gonna lie, guys.
Good for us.
Didn't
Good
think
for us.
good for us.
Well, I remember like my mum was like, "Oh, you're gonna return? Like, have you got like the receipt for that skirt?" I was like, "Yeah." And she was like, "Cause how much was it?" I was like, "Oh, it's like a tenner or something." And she was like, "It was when I was like low on money." And she was like, "Oh right, I mean, yeah, just I guess you could return it. It's like a 2-week return policy." I was like, "Yeah, return it." No, I think I'm gonna keep it, mum. She was like, "Why would you keep a
Mine now.
skirt?" And I was like, "I liked it, mum. No, it was
I
freeing."
liked
It
the
was
freedom.
I liked
Okay.
it. I realised that I'm probably more inclined to a kilt than I've ever been in my life. However, I did think it's good to have a skirt.
Do you have any
because I
Scottish
thought-
heritage?
Yeah,
Do
good
you?
for his Scottish. Yeah,
Is it?
Yeah.
How far back?
we've got our own.
Is it?
Thing? Yeah,
Is
we've got
it-
our own kilt, like their own,
do you?
own tartan.
How far
That's
back
it.
though?
Well, we studied it in history. Alfred the Great.
No, I mean like
Well,
how long
that-
ago was one of your family Scottish? Not
Oh,
your
like
mate.
my granddad on my dad's side.
Oh, that's fair enough then.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can get where
Kidding
killed.
him. It's
Ain't got
like
that.
fucking
Yeah, it's
UK
fucking-
Border Force
Yeah.
over here.
Yeah. Can I see your passport, please?
Yeah, no, I'm quarter Scottish.
I'll do it. Get a kilt.
Yeah, we've got our own. We've got our own.
Expensive
Apparently,
now,
I've got my own kilt that like my dad bought for
Oh,
me,
really?
or like it's either mine or he's like give it me because it's like his and he's just
Yeah,
passed
the
it down.
family one.
But it's in the loft somewhere.
There's
But I've
so
never
many
seen
dicks in that. It's a
Oh,
family one.
it. Come on now, it's not.
Because you don't wear
ancient.
underwear, do you? Like,
It's not ancient.
got like dick slapping
There's so many
against it.
dicks. It's at least one. It's
At least
my dad's,
one
and
dick.
that's upsetting.
The best
now that you've
one.
mentioned it, I never thought of it that way.
Yeah, your dicks will be touching,
Oh,
like
stop
metaphorically.
it.
Stop talking about penises, mate. You're projecting again.
Yeah. Told you it's the steroids.
Yeah, you
Just
actually,
missing what I've not got anymore.
You do need to
Like a
calm
dog
the
who
fuck
chases
down.
balls.
Yeah. I'm a man chasing dicks.
Name for the podcast.
Yeah, man.
Oh, that's not a theme I want to draw for the logo.
Oh god.
I don't want to go there.
Just like some really shit bachelorette themes, like.
I was thinking the bulb as a bell end.
Oh,
Yeah, I don't think I'll do that.
no, let's not do that.
I've got some cracking ideas for episodes coming up.
Does that mean we're gonna have a bit? Of
Yeah, but
fun
that
in
means
the
we
end,
have to
or
like
whatever?
plan stuff.
No, it's just
Oh, wait,
it's
do you mean
things
for, like,
we vaguely
Halloween
talked
and-
about. Well, yeah, for Halloween and like if we talk games at one point, I've got a game themed one, and
Oh, sweet.
yeah, I'm happy.
Oh,
with that. I've been thinking
sorry.
of little generic ones, and I thought if we can
Yeah.
use them in somehow, I'll use them.
Yeah, that'd be pretty sweet.
I need to get started on the Halloween one actually.
Pretty.
Make it started in my costume.
Well, you're
Yeah.
gonna be Sam.
Tub.
A tub of what?
Tub.
Lard.
A Vaseline.
Just tub.
Be a tub of Vaseline. It's just tub.
It's an empty tub.
Tub. Yeah.
I think that'd actually be great. Going to something really weird like that, and people try and
Really-
like figure out
Yeah.
what
it
the
is.
significance is.
Yeah,
It's
it's
like,
I mean, it's
well, I
like
am a
when
tub.
you did like French kiss and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like, you need
I was
to.
proud of that. I got a big compliment from that from someone a few months ago. Someone was like, "I bloody loved when you went as French kiss." I was like, you know what? Thank you. No one appreciated.
I was gonna
that
say,
as
wasn't it
much.
like only one person that
It
understood?
was like a couple of people
get
a couple of people didn't understand it when I got there until they went, sorry, what are
What
you? I
are
was
you?
like French kiss, and he was like, oh, that's good, and I was like,
Yeah,
thank you.
Thanks. Thank you very
But that was
much.
like my year of puns, like because I also went as Christopher Walken Dead.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh
That's
yeah.
That was Vega though. That one was Vega.
Yeah.
If I'd not said it,
Vega. Oh, Vega.
Vague.
Oh,
More
like,
as in
yeah,
more
yeah,
vague,
yeah.
sorry,
I was
yeah.
like, is that a Vega?
I don't
Yeah,
think Vega.
Vincent
went.
Vega.
Darth
Yeah, yeah, that's
Yeah.
what I mean. I was like, what?
Dum
Speaking
dum
of
dum
Darth
dum. Wait, Darth Vegas theme tune.
That new trailer though.
That new trailer.
Did you
Oh,
not
let's
think
go
it
back
was
to
too
this. Let's
long?
go back to this. Get fucked.
I hate it-
I'll
no,
fight you.
I hate
for
it when they
just
do trailers
sit
that are
on
over
it.
a minute because I don't want to know.
Really?
Yeah, I don't want to know
Well,
more
technically,
until I see
it's
the
a
film.
big ass
Well,
film.
technically, the
Oh, yeah, it is,
teasers
but
are about a minute, and then trailers about 2 minutes,
Yeah.
typically.
At least it's not like a 4-minute one.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, some people.
It's like, I thought
like,
the trailer
kill
for
it.
Blade Runner was too long.
I don't think I've ever seen the full trailer for it. I only
I
ever
just
saw
keep
it.
seeing trailers that keep pushing like 3 minutes, and it just gets
Yeah.
frustrating.
Oh, yeah,
now. I
ones
don't
that are
want to
like
know.
Oh yeah,
more.
one that's like
Yeah,
longer
yeah.
than 3 minutes. It's too
Yeah,
much.
yeah.
It's
too
like,
much.
well, it's like there's a
It's like-
film
I'm sure
recently
it was
that's
Thor
like,
Ragnarok that did that as well, or like it was a good 2.5.
I
and it
just
was
stopped
like,
watching
nah.
it after the first like 2 trailers. I'm
Yeah.
like, nah.
yeah, no, I don't. I'm
that's-
not trying to avoid
I
TV
don't go
spots.
past it.
I'm
Yeah.
just like, that's me done now.
Yeah,
Like,
trying to
I'm
avoid
not-
TV spots
Yeah.
and things like that. Well, it was like, what was it? I
TV
saw-
spots are shite though.
Yeah,
Like just
normally.
in general, do you know when they're like 20 seconds and you just go, like,
Was it
like I already know
worth
that
it?
film, so I already want to watch
Yeah.
it, but that's not convincing anyone who doesn't know this film to
Yeah.
go and watch it because it was literally 20 seconds of like, huh, yeah, and they're like,
Oh, what is it good for?
we already had that joke the other week, I think.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. But no, it's just, do you know when they just like, it's a little bit of action, then it's like, August 17th.
Yeah.
And then you're like, what was that? Like, is that supposed to make me want to come watch a film? Because it was literally just like some shit blowing up.
Well, you'll know because I saw the trailer in the cinema. So you'll have seen it, but it's one with Hugh Jackman where he's like a circus ringleader.
Wolverine.
Oh,
Oh,
The Greatest Showman.
That's
Yeah.
it. That trailer is one very long.
Oh, it's so long.
Yeah.
Two.
wait. Well, how
it
long ago
shows,
was this?
It's like
It's
coming
like-
out.
yeah,
Oh
it's
shit!
just
All
coming
right,
out
I've not even seen it.
It's got
Yeah, no,
It's got Zac Efron.
Hugh
in it.
Jackman.
It's
that
got
one, yeah.
Hugh
that pretty
Jackman.
boy, Hugh
Yeah.
Jackman, yeah.
He's a
got-
pretty boy.
Hugh
it's got the girl from
Jackman.
Spider-Man
And
in it.
Zendaya.
Who from-
is she
Yeah,
called?
Oh,
Zendaya.
Zendaya. Right.
Yeah, whatever she's called.
Oh yeah. Is his missus in the film like someone's?
Oh,
famous?
Michelle Williams.
That's it. But yeah, no, it looks
It's
okay.
Mrs.
I know. I
I
don't
just feel
know
like his
why I said it
wife.
like that.
His wife.
You know, his
His
partner.
Bird.
The mother of his children.
Yeah.
I didn't know that much of the story.
Yeah, no,
His
but it's-
romantic life partner.
Yeah.
Is his other half in this film?
Yeah.
Um,
exactly.
Oh,
Oh,
Sam.
God.
I hope you heard that, Michelle. I hope you heard.
I bet it'd have to be a big sheath for Hugh Jackman.
Yeah.
Very huge Jackman.
Fucking hell, those roids are really playing in mind.
We've gone off
You,
topic now.
you need to chill the fuck out,
I'm
mate.
always chill, baby. This,
You know-
this incense is...
I'm always chill, baby.
No, but I was gonna say like that trailer anyway is like so long. But I remember
Yeah.
watching it and going, I kind of know. I know the story, not enough to go. Well, I know the whole film. Like I know a good amount of the story to make me intrigued about for what a trailer should give. But then the trailer's so long and it shows towards the end, especially so many like random 1 second clips of stuff. I'm like, I feel like you're actually showing me the whole film.
Yeah.
Like there's so many clips in this where it's like
you need to chill.
Yeah, it's like how much is happening in this film? Like
trailers are just.
Trailers are weird. I thought the Star Wars trailer was. You know what? Let's talk about it later. I want to save that one. I want to save.
I thought it was us actually segueing into a conversation then.
Yeah.
You know what? Let's segue into it. No, you know what? Let's not waste the segue. Let's move nicely in.
I was subtly there being like, oh yeah, Star Wars. That was a topic we were going to speak about. Here we go.
Goff was like, no, I want to speak about it later.
No, I'm going to wait.
We don't.
I mean, come on, Goff, you seem to lead this podcast, so what do you want to talk about now then, if not Star Wars?
Mate, I've had a taste of blood from the last episode.
Yeah,
now I'm gunning for you, mate.
to be fair, I listened to it all. Good episode, guys. I enjoyed it.
Oh, thank you.
But I was going to listen back to it and make a note of all the bullshit that you said at the start and like contradict you on all of it.
Everything.
Well, he didn't, because he'd go, hey everybody!
Yeah, I didn't have time to.
True to fucking form.
No, I didn't have time to go back and destroy your lies.
Lazy man.
Destroy all your dirty little lies.
Well,
tell me lies, tell me sweet little lies.
Yeah, that's what it all was. It was
Tell
all
me
lies.
tummy lies.
Tummy lies.
Am I hungry? Am I not? Tummy lies, tell me sweetly. No, but I was going to say.
Give me fries, give me sweetly.
All of the pies.
Come on, keep going. Let's go on. Your turn, Jordan. Let's go.
Yeah, in this game of badminton.
Yeah. Badminton. What?
Badminton.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Badminton.
I didn't say it at first. You did hear me correctly, but
Fries,
badminton.
pies.
Badminton.
I fucking can't think of anything.
Well, Star Wars. So
Are we segueing Star Wars then? Where's the segue going?
yeah, we'll say Star Wars.
We going. We took the CD.
Oh no, because I can do a Star Wars themed logo.
Oh yeah, you just want to do that, no?
Yeah, now I do. That's not what I was thinking, but now I do.
No, you
Unless
do.
we get copyright, and then we won't. But
Yeah, exactly. Let's not do that. Let's not get sued or anything.
No, the trailer literally came. Are you fucking taking the piss? No, it's like excuse me, this is my podcast.
I know, yeah.
Sit the fuck down.
Chill out. I'll chill out.
He's got his incense burning. He's imagining his hotbox.
Yeah.
He's got his arms crossed. He's gritting his teeth. He's just like.
He's so relaxed. You can't see it, but
I'm
he's
pretty
like
relaxed.
he's upside down and everything. He's like.
I'm pretty tired actually,
chill.
so I could fall asleep if
I'm pretty tired.
if I don't keep talking. Sam's always tired though. Me and Guff were saying this last night when you left, Sam. Like, you know when Sam's tired because he starts like sitting on the edge of his seat, like leaning
Keep me
forward
awake.
to try and force himself to stay awake.
It's a problem. I think
great.
I've got narcolepsy.
I know you definitely you're on the scale. You're on the spectrum.
You know what?
of
I'll tell you what.
narcolepsy.
I think I've never been more impressed with you being awake than the other day when you'd come back from the US and you had the gig.
Yeah.
Like it was like what you'd travelled. What was it, 5 a.m. or something?
Yeah.
So
Well,
I imagine you would have been jet lagged.
It was 5 p.m. in America when I left. That was when the plane took off. I landed in Dublin at 4:30 in the morning, like daytime.
Yeah.
Went to the pub and got a pint because I was like, you know what, fuck it, it's midnight technically where my body clock
I'm in
is.
Dublin. It's fine.
I know, it's fine.
So I had a pint and then I ate Burger King because I was like, oh fuck it, I'm not doing anything else. Sat there for a bit, waited for the other plane, which was at 10 o'clock. So like a 5 hour delay there.
Shit.
Yeah, it shouldn't have been as long, but I got there early, so
fair.
I had to just make do. So yeah, I waited there, flew back. It only took about an hour. The plane was like a little propeller plane as well, so
That's pretty cool.
I think I
if
fell.
there's a fat guy on one side, they kind of have to like put everyone else on the other side. So, like,
I think I
even
fell
it
asleep
out.
on there actually. I intentionally was like, right, I'm gonna have to try and get some sleep.
That's fair enough then. Actually,
So I had a nap on there, and then I came back home for about half an hour. And then I went straight to practice and we had a bit of a run through because I'd not played a guitar in quite some time. So we practiced then and then went straight to the gig. The gig ran on longer than it should have done anyway because the band after us, the power went out because something fucked up at the venue. So we had to wait till it got back on. Then they finished their set and then we had to unload in all the rain. No, load back up in the rain, go to Bury, unload all the gear and then go home. So it was about 1:30 by the time I got to bed. So I was like,
well, that's what I mean. You'd spent all that time up.
and then I had to go to work.
And then I was like,
Yeah,
you know
showed up
what?
to work
I've
the
never
next
been
day.
more proud of you in my entire life. I was like, how is Sam able to play this
He's
gig?
such a rock star.
Damn
I
straight,
still always
boy.
remember
He
you
broke his glasses.
gradually
I have.
sliding across the bar in venue because you were falling asleep, but then you realised you were falling asleep and readjusted yourself and stood back up.
Good. That's also another
It takes a
time.
special kind of man to fall asleep standing
It's
up.
very
Yeah.
impressive.
I've done it on a tram before because I was
Oh, right.
fucking knackered.
On
Actually,
a
it's
on
better.
public
I've done it on the tram
transport,
when I'm
I fall
drunk.
asleep so easily. Like,
Yeah.
it's been like, I love falling asleep in like a car or a coach or something, like on a trip. But it was like once, the one that's really pissed me off was like, I was coming back from college once, and like, I was getting off at, my, like the bus stop, like the 135. I was like getting off, and it was like near St. Monica's. And it was like, I was at the lights and I was about to get off at the next stop. I could see my stop. And I was like, I was so tired. I was like, do not fall asleep. Do not fall asleep. You have got to wait till these lights change colour. And you can... And for some reason, I just didn't think about just standing up.
Stood
And I was
yeah.
a fucking idiot. I should have stood up and then got ready for the door.
Yeah.
But I didn't. I was at the lights and I was like, just do not fall asleep. Do not fall asleep. And then I woke up as it was leaving my stop. And I was like, no! I was so close!
I've done that as well.
It's so annoying. That was the most annoyed I've ever been on a bus.
Really?
And I've snored myself awake.
I was just saying.
See, I've never done
Yeah, but
that.
that's
Oh,
not
I
annoying.
do that often.
That's not annoying for you. That's annoying for everyone else.
No, it's annoying for me. It's embarrassing for me.
Yeah, yeah.
When I'm like, oh, that weird pig sound that just woke me up.
Shit.
What was that? And then you see people like just turning away from you. Oh, that hurt. That.
Squeal piggy.
Oh, that wasn't a good sound to make.
Other people must feel like they probably go home with like, I was on the bus and like there's this guy who's fast asleep and then he just made this noise that so loud he woke himself up.
Well, what I figured out was a good technique when I was getting the train to Newcastle for work, like in second year. Especially when it's cold, it was really hard to justify when it got warmer though, which really sucked.
Yeah.
But it was like I used to put my scarf on because like I used to like lay my head back, but then I realised that I'd like my mouth open and most likely snore.
My mouth was always open.
Yeah, it's terrible. Like not you, I mean, like in general. Yeah, you're fucking terrible.
It's
Your
fucking
breath.
terrible.
No, I'd be like mouth agape and like just my head back, and then I thought, well, if I wear my scarf, I can lean forward and just kind of rest my chin against my
You
scarf.
should have got a travel pillow.
Yeah, I should have done, shouldn't I? Yeah. But then I
Exactly.
thought, at least
Get
I'm
those
not.
sky
I might have
rafts
sleep.
that you just like look
Yeah.
into
I
like
might have
that.
sleep apnea and wake up choking, but at least I won't wake anyone up with me
Yeah.
snoring.
You
I'm
just
like,
wake
I'll
up thinking,
I'll wake-
she's dying!
Yeah,
I
might
wake up going,
die. I might die, but it's worth it to not face the embarrassment of.
I have like sleeping on public transport's down to like a science now. I used to literally, I got the train back every single weekend to work, and not once did I ever miss my stop.
Oh, that's
even though I
impressive
napped
skills.
every time.
That's
And then
skills.
and then on the way back as well. So after I finished work on a Sunday, I'd get the train, and the stop after me would be York. So I was like, right, don't end up in
don't
York,
look
Sam.
York.
That wouldn't be great. So
Looks pretty nice.
no, it's a nice place,
Yeah.
but it's
I'm
not where I needed to
No,
go.
exactly.
So I was like, it's midnight, and I kind of want to be in bed. But
Yeah. No, I'm like a head bobber. Do you know when I'm?
oh, I
Yeah.
do. I'm
Yeah.
that too.
Yeah, hate it.
Used to fall asleep at uni in lectures all the time.
Oh, easy,
Seriously?
yeah.
Oh,
I
yeah.
was the same.
So I never went to lectures.
I never fell asleep.
I was like, oh, I'm falling
I
asleep.
wish I could have been the people who just like they just embraced it and just put their head down, and
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
because
think I
none of the
ever
lectures
fell-
called you
My
out.
I
on
never
housemate
fell
did.
asleep in a lecture,
My
actually.
housemate did. Like it was before he was my housemate, but like in one lecture, like the tutor went all the way up to him and was just like,
Yeah.
"Sorry, Ross, are you?" And he was like, "Oh,
one of ours
sorry."
did that. It was during freshers in first year,
amazing.
and everyone knows, like the teachers know obviously that
Yeah,
everyone's just been
yeah.
out loads. He just came up right next to this girl, the girl I was seeing at the time actually. He came up to her and was just like, "Someone had a good night then." She's like, "Well, these lecture halls are full of like 150 kids, so everyone's
yeah,
looking like,
so
oh god."
Rough. No, the closest I ever came to falling asleep in like a class was in college in like biology, and it's just kind of like literally I just hadn't slept well the night before. Like I was like 16 or whatever, been like knackered.
Yeah.
And I was like, I just said to my lecturer, I was like, I'm going to splash some water on my face because I was like, I'm honestly like so tired. I just need to go and like wake up a bit. And it's like in the middle of a class, and she's like, yeah, no problem. And then afterwards, it because it was biology, it sparked a debate, or not a debate, like a discussion on like deep sleep and stuff like that. And I was like, oh, see, we've nearly fallen asleep. Actually,
Yeah, right.
benefited
Saved
everyone's
this
education.
shithole class.
Yeah,
It was like I
yeah. I was like, your class is usually boring, Janet,
don't
but now
What are you
it's
doing?
Flicking my dick.
fucking hell. It's got off dicks, guys. Jesus.
No, I fell asleep in a class once in high school.
I bet you've fallen asleep loads of times in classes.
What are you trying to say?
I'm going to investigate. You know what?
You look
Next
like
time,
you're going to cry then. You like put you like held your
I told you.
no, next time we do a podcast, I'm going to research for like sleeping.
Sleep.
Yeah, I'm going to see if I can investigate.
Sleepy cast. Oh no, that's already a thing. It's good sleepy cast.
What?
as
Just
well.
hearing people sleep?
No, it's
That's
like,
what my sleepy
it's like
cast is going to be.
it's like Oni and Psychic Pebbles, like the animators. They
yeah.
they have like a little group called Sleepy Cabin, and they did a podcast called Sleepy Cast. It's really good.
That's cool.
It's really funny. No, I was gonna say like in French in like year 10, like the teacher tried doing one of these things where it was like it was like you relax while listening to someone speak French.
Okay.
And like the whole
right,
like
yeah.
you know supposed to like almost like I guess like
Jambotti, le gâteau.
Fucking hell, John! I didn't know you spoke French.
oh, this is incredible. I didn't understand a word he said.
Le pamplemousse.
Only du fromage. No, but it was
Marigold.
We've just turned into saying things in a French accent.
quel brother.
My granddad, he'd just go like, le gâteaux. And my granddad, no.
No.
My cousin went out to a restaurant once and like went to order pate and she's like, I'll have the pate, please.
Oh,
And everyone was like, oh,
The chicken pate,
the chicken pate.
the croton.
I'll have the sew up. What's the sew up of the day?
So,
Can I have a lamber, please?
A lamber?
yeah, the
Lamb.
B is silent.
The bee is
I thought you were trying to say lamburger. I was like, Matt.
Lambo. Lambo.
There's
What's happening?
The rest of that word's still to say.
You're like, Matt, I don't think you understand the joke we're making here.
You didn't say it in a French accent.
Just guess the joke completely. I'll have a hamburg, please. See, I get it. I'll have a
one of
cheese. I don't think he gets it. No, anyway, so French.
Just keep laughing, guys. Keep laughing.
Fill in the gaps.
No one pointed out.
No, but we went. I was in like French, and like the teacher put on like what I realised now was probably more of like a guided meditation type thing, and it was like, but it was like it was learning. It was like a woman with a Scottish accent, funnily enough.
Well, speaking French.
Speaking French. Well, occasionally she'd say things like, "Imagine you're on a beach." And everything's so quiet, like, and it was like it was trying to get yourself in a really good like relaxing state, I imagine. But most people got so relaxed they fell asleep. So, but the thing I had was that like they were doing like it was out in one of the cabins, and there was like being work done on like the grass elsewhere, like nearby. And like when the thing had ended, like I woke up to the sound of like drills, like a jackhammer or something, and I was like, oh, what are they doing like roadworks outside my house for? I thought I was at home. I didn't realise it was like, you know when you kind of don't feel anything like when you're waking up.
All the time.
Just wake up paralysed every morning. It's actually a living hell, Guff.
I try and scream. I can't.
Yeah, just,
Not great.
I say it's sleep paralysis.
Yeah.
It's just life.
yeah. So it makes you not want to wake up at all.
You know when you get off on holiday, or like on the plane, and the heat just hits you instantly? It's like that, but life. Just life hits me every time I wake the fuck up. No, but
We're starting to sound like a
depressing.
meme now that your mum shares.
hi Jan, hope the kids are okay. All my love, XOXO. No, but it was basically I couldn't quite feel that. Like I didn't realise I was lying on a table with like with my arms. Like I thought I was in bed, and then I remember before anything else, I remember going, oh, why are they doing works outside my house? And I looked up and there was a girl from my school like next to me, and I was like, oh my god. And I was like, why's she in, like first off was like, why is she in my home?
Yeah.
No, because it wasn't like that. It was like, why is she in my
Crazy
home?
night.
Oh god,
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
still in school. I was so upset. I was
Are you
like,
going to say something like you farted really loud? Just, be like,
Just
just to relax, just like,
Just relax.
yeah, I was like,
oh, mum, where's me breath?
it's like getting nude.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Pants are off.
Speaking of getting nude in the sleep, my mate Nathan apparently gets like strips off when he's sleeping. So
no.
like when he gets
I mean, I've
drunk
kicked
and
my
he passes
socks off,
out.
but
No, when he
I think
gets
I'm
drunk
alright.
and sleep, he starts to strip off. So like for his birthday, he'll hate me if he hears this. He don't listen to it. So it's fine. But fucking no, it's like we went out for like we went to his birthday. Like he had like a house party for his birthday, and like bless his girlfriend, she was like having to look after him all night because he started the same year as us, but he did like a foundation year.
Yeah.
So his girlfriend's in his actual year group, so she's a year younger. So she didn't see him in first year. Now Nathan had got pissed all the time when we went out, and it was brilliant. He was one of my favourite people I've ever been out with. He was fantastic. Did stupid dance moves with challenges to dance offs, and he's like a really wiry looking nerdy bloke. It's hilarious, right? But basically he got so drunk that he surpassed it. We were aiming to get him that drunk that he would do the dance moves, and he surpassed it. And he just started slut dropping on everyone and being quite aggressive, but in a funny way. And then he fell in the bath, and then his girlfriend was like, Nathan, get up, and he wasn't responding to anything. And then I just went, you know what? He was dead. He's dead. He's dead. At his funeral, everybody got laid. It was like we
been charged for manslaughter for giving all the alcohol.
No, but it's like we didn't give him anything. He just played beer pong, innocent beer pong that he was bad at. But yeah, his girlfriend kept shouting stuff, and other people kept shouting stuff, and I just went, and he's face down against the bath, yeah. Not with the water on, mind. He was
It's not a full bath.
I was going to say, no wonder he died. Just he was face down in this.
He's face down in some water. Yeah, it was hilarious. We left him to it. No, but then he just
was just blowing bubbles,
and then they just stopped. So we was like, oh, he's asleep.
Yeah.
He stopped having fun now. He's got bored. No, but then I went, you know what? Nathan's my favourite person alive, and he just lifted up his arm with his thumb in the air. I was like, he heard the whole thing. I was like, bless him. Anyway, he then got so pissed that they had to take him home. And then apparently he just started stripping off.
Was he not at home when he was in the bath?
No, it was at someone else's house.
Oh, right.
The house fight was someone else.
It's not a night out unless you end up in someone else's bathtub.
Yeah, exactly. You know that.
I know that. I've been there.
He's been there. We used to call something being Matt Hold, everybody.
We did.
You want to know something about your fearless leader?
There's nothing about
We used to call it being Matt Hold if we got so drunk.
Off
Anyway, we
his,
won't delve into that this
then.
episode. That'll be Matt Cast.
That can be a
maybe we should
secrets
hint at
episode.
that, every episode.
Every-
we should,
your drinking
hint at
problem.
it, and then I know I'm a drinking problem.
Well, I mean, I think that's just apparent from the
only-
drunk cast.
The only problem is I've not got a drink in my hand right now, guys.
Hey. Get him a doctor.
Hey!
We've tried helping, please.
Get the banner out. The
Please.
intervention starts
I
here.
don't want to be his what do you call it? Sponsor.
Sponsor, yeah.
We're looking for sponsors.
No, but Nathan basically, apparently his girlfriend told me that she was he went to visit her family, and they were going on a family holiday, a caravan or something. So it was her family that I think he would meet him for the first time, or maybe only the second time or something.
Scared about where this
And
is
in the
going.
back, and he was in the back, and he'd fallen asleep in the car, and he started just taking his clothes off, and she's like, David, and he was stripping off in the back of the car. I was like, that's so funny.
So weird.
But obviously, because he just gets cozy, I think he must sleep obviously in his boxers or something, so he never gets fully nude.
Yeah.
But I thought the idea that when he gets a bit no matter where he is, he has to get cozy when he's sleeping.
ridiculous.
So he just strips off. I was like, that's hilarious. Apparently, she was telling me that he does it because obviously with him spending time with a new group of people, party wise, in his year group, it's there's so many parties I've not seen, and she was like, yeah, he's he was pissed and once wrapped a bedsheet around him and was like, toga. I was like, this is brilliant.
That's amazing to watch, but such a pain in the arse to
look after.
Yeah.
I felt so sorry.
Yeah.
Well, my mate James and his girlfriend then took him home that evening, and she kept messaging me all night, just being like, he keeps saying I need to go back to the party. I'm like, I was like, mate, the party's over. It's 7 a.m.
Yeah, she's on.
He's like, shit.
We're in uni in 2 hours.
Yeah.
Fuck.
I don't think I've ever been asleep and forgotten
believe
where
you've
I
done
was.
Sorry. Just the way you
Can't
said
believe you've
fuck.
done this.
Can't believe you've done.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever been asleep and then been like, oh, I don't know where I am. Wait, the only time I wasn't asleep and knocked myself out was when have I told this story in the podcast? I don't know.
Can't remember.
Yeah, at uni, I knocked myself out because the doors for our bedrooms were fire doors, they had to be by law, so they're really big and heavy. And my desk was right next to my door, and I'd been cooking something, and then I'd come upstairs to do some work, and then I'd forgotten that I was cooking something, so I was like, oh crap, better go and check on whatever I was cooking. I jumped up, grabbed the door, and pulled the door open, but because I was in a rush, I tripped over my chair leg. So I fell forward as I was yanking this really heavy door towards me.
Oh my god.
So
I've never heard of this
He's
one.
conked
Yeah, I've never
himself
heard
out.
this
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
this
this mixture of
news.
gravity and my bare ass strength. So I was smashed myself in the face with the door, and that didn't knock me out straight away. I was like, that fucking hurt that did. But I just thought
But then his cooking was that bad that the fumes knocked him out.
Yeah,
He was like, Jesus Christ.
that just not nothing to do with me knocking myself out. But I went downstairs and everything, and like checked my food. I was like, it wasn't burned. Didn't have to rush. Fuck. And then like we had like a big mirror in our living room and uni, so I kind of looked at it and just like cut like down my nose. And I was like, oh shit, that looks like that's gonna be nasty. Do you know when like? Because it wasn't like a proper cut, it was almost like one of those bruise cuts.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh shit, if that's showing already, that's going to be like nasty in the morning, isn't it? And then I just started feeling a bit dizzy. So I like sat down, I got some water and just sat down in the kitchen. And then I started feeling like really sick. So I like put my head between my legs, just, you know, try and like breathing deeply. Literally the next thing I remember is like seeing like the underside of my table and like the floor of my kitchen.
God,
and I was like, what the fuck is like? Where the fuck am I? What the fuck is this?
That's so terrifying.
And like, I can remember this kind of like rushing noise as well. Like it's proper weird because I've never had anything like that. I just remember looking at this and being like, "Where is this? Like, what am I looking at here?" Like I couldn't even understand it as chairs and tables at first, and then slowly I realised it's chair and table. I was like, "Where am I?" And I kind of realised that I'd just like fallen off my
Jesus
chair and everything. I was like, go up to my housemate and be like, "Hi, yeah." Could you get someone to run me to the hospital or something? So I've like knocked myself out. Like,
that's crazy.
I just had a bit of a concussion. That's all. But apparently, like, if you do something like that, though, your brain like not rattle, but
force restart.
But it kind of is like your brain like it's the after effects of it that are what causes you to like black out like that. But even for like a couple of weeks afterwards, like I couldn't run or anything. Like I remember I ran for the train.
Like, just dizziness and stuff.
Yeah, like I ran for the train and felt like I was gonna like vomit as soon as I got on the train because like I had like a concussion and stuff.
Fucking
The
pussy.
closest
I know, yeah.
It's
It's a ridiculous story as well, though, isn't it? Like
story.
I remember that my
It's
mum was really
fun
scared
story.
because obviously like I was fine and everything. Like they checked me out. Like you just got a bit of a concussion. You just need to keep out.
Look at that ass.
Yeah, you just
Damn. You were needing collard greens.
the doctor was just like, you just got to keep an eye out for like these signs and everything. Like you'll be fine.
Stop, go.
Like gave it.
Zebra crossing.
Yeah. But you know, like gave the leaflet to my housemate. It was like keep an eye out for these things. But then my mum was really worried because she was like, oh, but like no one's going to check on you in the night, are you? Like you're all right and everything. And I was like, what are you going to do? Like, I was like, it's fine, mum. And then she insisted on coming like picking me up and taking me home, so she could like make sure I didn't die in my sleep or something like that. And I was like, if you really want to, mum, but like. Don't really need to. Cause
If you really want to, mum, but I could quite enjoy the sweet embrace of death.
Yeah, just
I can die by myself.
I was trying to kill myself with that door anyway, so just didn't work.
It's like put the chair in the place where he knew he'd
trip over it. Yeah.
Well, it's like I got headbutted once, and that's similar thing.
Did you
happened to me.
deserve it?
No, it was. It wasn't
being
anything.
cheeky?
I might have deserved it, but not for that reason.
Were you being a cheeky fuck?
You cheeky little. No, there was like
You chatting shit.
there's like they were in like
Get banged.
I did get banged, but not by accident.
Yeah.
No, it was by accident.
Not in the way you wanted.
Not in the way I
Yeah,
wanted.
right.
Yeah. No, it was in high school. And it was like year 11 or something like that. I remember. It was like. It was a sunny day. No, it was. That does play into account. No, but I was in like the.
That is relevant to the story.
I was in like the break time queue. You know where they did like breakfasty stuff. Like,
Yeah.
Breakfast.
Shut your fucking. No, because it was like 11. I'm not calling that breakfast.
Brunch.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Brunch. I'll give you that. Fuck you. It's Prestwich. No one's calling it brunch.
Scran.
I got some scran. No, but like I was getting some toast, and then like a mate of mine who was like fairly big guy, like got pushed by his mate who was in front of him, and then he accidentally like fell back and headbutted me. And I remember like for a few seconds obviously I was fine, and then like as it happened I was just like things just ended up getting blurry. And it was before I needed glasses and stuff, so it wasn't like anything like that.
So
but
the
it was,
entire world was blurry.
the whole world was blurry.
guess.
It was like everything was like slowly got more like out of focus, and I was like, right, this is weird. I remember things like genuinely having. I think I've never really had vertigo, but I think it was the closest thing to vertigo. Like things were like in my mind's eye, everything was spinning. Do you know what I mean? Like, and I ended up just leaving the queue, and like my mate was like, "Oh shit, David, are you all right?" And I was like, "Yeah, I'm fine." But I think they could tell because apparently, because I remember going all the way to the end of the corridor, and it was like the fire door out into the yard. Yeah. But there was like one of the heads of year, their office was right at the end of that corridor, and he was coming out at that time, and he went, "David, are you all right? You look really unwell."
You high?
And I was like, I think he might have been thinking that because I looked really off.
Yeah.
But I must have done because I remember kind of like going around with my hands a bit more raised just to make sure I wasn't falling over and all this. And then have you texted Jordan something?
No.
Behind my
We were
back.
playing footsies.
Yeah, we were touching feet, enjoying the moment because your story's boring as fuck.
I am talking about
Talking about emotional experience, sound okay?
no, but it was basically right. I'll jazz it up then, and a fucking unicorn flew in. No, and
Damn,
then,
you must have been concussed.
Yeah. That sounds
quick.
like a really shit TV
Don't ask
show.
questions. We must leave now. No, but the teacher basically came out of the office and he was like, "Are you all right? You look really unwell." And I was like, "Yeah, I'm fine." But then I opened the door and, like I said, it was being bright outside. I couldn't see anything.
Yeah.
There used to be like big skips outside that door as well, like where like all the bins would go, and I couldn't see them. Like they were. It was a small little quad, and it was like they were bright yellow and blue things, and I couldn't see them. Like the ground and like the light from the sky was so just so blinding. Like everything was so blurry. And then I remember a year 7 came up to me and went, "Whoa, mate, are you all right?" I didn't know him. He was just like, "Whoa, mate, are you all right?" And I was like, I must look well.
That sounds
off.
weird in that really deep voice. Whoa, mate, you all right?
All right, mate.
Yeah.
You look wrong, and you.
You look wrong. Good.
But it was like, yeah, I must have looked like fucking
Yeah.
weird. Like I think my teacher said I looked pale, and then like I don't actually remember a moment where the kid left and another teacher came. So I like telling the story
Maybe
like
there
he
never was a
transformed.
kid.
Maybe
Maybe
Like the Blue Ranger from Power Rangers Turbo. With yeah. But it was like this little kid, and then like a teacher like just appeared and was like, "David, are you all right?" And I was like, "No, sir, I'm actually feeling really unwell." And he was like, "Let me take you to the office." And I said, "I can't really see anything."
Ba-da-ba-da-bum,
Oh,
bum, bum, ba-dum.
Oh, come on. No, but everyone thought it was like everyone actually did think he was a creepy teacher, and like ever since that day, I was like, you know
But
what?
you
Can you remember what happened after this?
Yeah, I can.
Blacked out.
It was like,
Sure.
yeah. I was like, you know what?
Best 2 minutes of his life.
No, but it was dead sound. It was like,
I love how excited you are. You're like,
That sounds like.
I enjoed it. No, he just basically took me to the office and sat me down like to write with my dad. But then, they went, "Whoa,
see that?
come
That's
on
not
now."
even suggestive. It's just offensive.
Doesn't need to be. You're offensive.
Yeah, I just went home.
Just cut my
I
mic
think
at
I
that
can't
point.
remember that much afterwards.
Exactly. That's what we're saying.
I'm glad you're all right now.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Maybe.
No permanent damage.
To be fair,
your,
yeah. Well, it's
brain.
the like.
Yeah, you didn't know me after.
Yeah, that's what I mean. The kind of idea.
You don't know the real
once,
gappers.
the once he got hit in the head really hard, it kind of
Yeah.
it would explain.
Seems to be a common thing
It
with
would explain
some
quite
of
a
us.
few things.
Yeah, it does,
You
doesn't
get
it?
hit in the head and it sorts you out. Matt's twatted his door,
Yeah.
and that's when his drinking problem
Oh,
started.
you know what? That's what I was thinking when he said he's like, "No, I'm fine." I was like, "Well, he has developed a drinking problem."
I'm a perfectly rounded human being. All right, someone pass me there. I'm not got.
Podcast's a good idea. Yeah, he's definitely not right yet.
Yeah. He thinks this good, is he? He thinks this is good. We fucking humour him.
Yeah. I've never knocked myself out, but I mean, I've cracked my head open like when I was younger.
Oh,
But because you fell asleep and just like.
No, actually, it was.
I see your concussion and I raise you a gash.
I mean, if we're going there, I think I've got the best one. So
Why, what's you?
His brain
my
damage.
brain
Alright.
damage.
Yeah, I mean, that's old
Oh yeah, how did you get that?
By
He was
by
born.
being-
Yeah,
by
he was
being
born with
there.
it.
Maybe
You
he's
were
born
born
with
with
it.
brain
Maybe he's
damage.
brain
No,
damage.
I was born as.
You
It's
were
a new
re-
line of
you-
makeup coming out for brain damaged kids.
Oh,
Oh,
It's just Crayolas mashed up in a pot.
oh, Sam. Samuel.
Samuel Desmond Hart, you naughty boy.
Hey, don't give my full name out.
I was saying
I
everyone
want to get
knows,
this
everyone
job.
knows his address. Yeah, you know what? You've got a job on the line and you're
I want
making
this
jokes
job.
like that
Yeah,
on a podcast.
You're gonna bloody send this? This isn't on your CV, is it?
I hope
Jesus
so.
Christ. It's on mine.
Really tolerant of kids with disabilities.
It's just, here you go.
Oh,
some
eat your
fucking
Crayola,
mashed up
you fucking-
Crayolas. Just.
Oh, that's a good
Yeah, but go on, Matt.
Um,
Saying about brain damage.
Yeah, well, I was just ill when I was
I don't have
born
any
and I had
sympathy for
brain
you.
hemorrhage,
Oh wow.
which led to brain damage.
Is that
I
right?
recovered.
Do you have any after effects? It's all
No,
now.
no after effects.
Do you have to ever go to like
I was like,
I wanted someone to make an edit.
Pour the Coke
if
all
that had
over
been
you.
water and I hadn't been on Jordan's bed, I'd have been like, no side effects, and just poured it down myself.
No, but like, have you never had to go, like, maybe when you were a kid, have to go for like checkups to make sure things?
Yeah,
like-
checkups. Like the doctor didn't believe I was the same baby when he
Really?
brought me back.
Maybe
yeah.
you were. Maybe it was like that film Godsend.
What?
when
Like they
changed it.
drowned the kid that and just
Like,
found another one.
They just implanted memories in
Maybe
you.
you've got incredible
Maybe I'm a
human
replicant.
abilities.
Or maybe it never happened and your mum and dad just wanted to tell you to keep you in your
Yeah.
place.
Yeah, maybe
Yeah,
you-
it was
maybe
like, oh, your
maybe
brain damage,
Maybe your
you
early life
fucking
was so
idiot.
fucking
Next
boring.
level
Yeah,
Stockholm syndrome.
Yeah,
They were like,
yeah,
you know
yeah.
what? He's so fucking boring as a
Let's
baby.
gi- let's give him
He was the most fucking. He didn't even cry.
Let's give him an
He didn't wake up
interesting
at night.
backstory.
He was just this boring old cunt of a baby.
Benjamin Button.
Yeah,
so we had to make him excited. So he said he was brain damaged.
Nothing's changed really, has it? So yeah, well,
you got a
just,
drinking problem
just give
now.
me a good backstory. Like,
He used to do kegs of milk back in the day. Chug, 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 chug.
chug.
I don't think I banged my head or anything.
Have you never?
No, I've just got
It's
physical
always
problems.
time.
Yeah, just
Not mental ones.
yeah. It's all right. It's the way to be, mate.
Yeah.
Well, I got across the bear.
Yeah. It's hashtag.
Chris de Burr. We've all got our Chris de Burr.
What's Chris de Burr?
You what?
What's Chris de Burr got?
Yes.
I just thought it was funny, innit? Everyone's got the Chris de Burr.
I was like, what's wrong with him?
Yes. This is the ASMR section of the podcast.
Want to hear some pickle eating? I've got no pickles. That's pure mouth. That's pure mouth. What about water drop? What about water dropping?
Someone turn that tap off. I'm paying the water bills in this house. It's not cool.
Oh, it didn't work.
Ooh. Enjoy.
That was an elbow.
Enjoy your arthritis, guys.
Yeah, boy.
The only problem with this part of the podcast is
No.
Jordan's the only one who can say
Yeah.
we can't speak to each other. Anyway, I hope no one turned that up to try and listen to that. And I'm like, oh!
Yeah, we should have a warning. Really.
Oh yeah, I'll just blast something really loud
Are we
at
going to
the
go
end
into
of that.
some sort of
Topic.
structured
Yes.
topics?
Actual
Yeah.
structured
I
topics
found a
today.
funny story, but if you want to talk about whatever you want to talk about.
We
no,
were,
I'll
we
talk
were
about-
on Star Wars before.
we'll
so-
come back to it.
We'll come back to it. We'll circle back round. Guff
Guff
wants,
just don't want to talk
Guff wants to
about
leave
it.
it for later anyway, so you know, whatever.
Remind me about the TIE fighter noise, by the way. Just
yeah.
remind me about that, 'cause I'll forget that.
All right, yeah, TIE fighter noise. Write a note on your hand, like Memento
I don't
style.
know.
Hey Siri. Remind me about the TIE fighter noise.
Okay, I added the TIE fighter noise.
Thanks.
There you go. Great.
Oh,
I mean,
Cheers. Remind me at 2:40.
fuck it, technology, eh?
Okay,
Come-
I added it for today at the 10th of October 2000.
Well, that reminder says.
Well,
cheers.
you've told us when we're fucking recording,
Yeah.
and yeah, it does say cheers, but that can remind us.
Yeah.
Cool. Go on, John. Lay this story on us that you found in the last
so it's
5 minutes.
Oh, sorry. Right, I've just got a message off
Nude.
Josh about the. Oh, I wish.
I'll send you
No.
some nudes.
Thank you, mate. Yeah. So
Not of me.
we've all completed
Cough.
dissertations. Okay, give up on the joke.
What joke?
Sorry.
Some of us have even completed research projects as well.
I've not done a
As well.
dissertation.
Did you know?
No. I just had to write a film.
Fucking phony.
I mean, that's still pretty big.
Yes,
Yeah.
it's still pretty big.
Anyway, we've all done very big projects.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And very famous Polish striker Robert Lewandowski, who's a very big Bayern Munich forward, like one of the best strikers
As
in
in,
the
like,
world.
he's massive, or
tall.
he's like
I
8 feet
I think
tall.
he's
yeah.
nearly 6 foot or
Oh,
whatever,
okay.
or he might be. But he's just completed his degree in physical. What the fuck is it?
Physical education.
Yeah, it's
You're gonna
something
be
like
PT.
physical
Yeah,
education.
yeah.
You just see
Over a decade long, it's took him to do it because it's quite a. Because obviously he's been busy.
Yeah,
being a fucking
doing-
footballer.
doing
He's
this other
been
shit,
one of the
yeah.
best footballers in the world, yeah.
Yeah,
Fair-
and he's
fair
done
play.
it on himself. It's called RL9 Path to Glory.
Wow.
And
he
he's
did the
actually-
whole
about
dissertation.
himself.
Wow.
Yep, and he actually got a very high mark on it. Apparently, They
Yeah,
said-
he's just being like, "Look how sick I am." Here's a video.
Yeah, and they're like,
Slip £100.
I don't know whether
like-
that's like the craftiest student thing
Yeah.
ever or just really narcissistic.
Well, you see
I don't know
some-
if that. I don't know. I can't tell whether he did it because he's like, oh, I'm such an interesting guy. I should do it, or if he's like, you know what, I have not a fucking clue what I'm going to write this dissertation about. Luckily, I've had a career to talk about as a student, so let's blag this as much as I can.
I hope it's the second one.
I hope it's the second one.
He's just,
to know that all students are the same no matter what.
he's just been
walks of
like
life.
shit, and then like he went and had his meeting with his lecturer, and they were like, so you just gonna have a chat about what you're gonna do your dissertation about. Have you got any ideas or anything? He's just like, me.
Yeah, me's alright.
Me?
I feel like I've done
Me?
quite a few things.
And then she's
Me's
like,
fine. Me's
oh,
fine.
from what like angle you do? He's like, yeah, I play
And then
play
it
some
is.
play some footy, so I could could write about me. And she goes, that's a really interesting approach, that actually. Yeah, we've never had that before. He's like, yes, great.
Winged
Because that
it.
does sound like someone that's come winging it. Just being like,
Yeah,
I'll do
it
it.
I mean, you do hear some of
me,
these
do it about
dissertations that like come out where people have just done ridiculous topics
yeah,
for some of them.
stupid stuff.
I imagine how weird that'd be as well.
Actually, what are the weirdest?
I was going to say, I imagine the weirdest thing about writing that as well is the fact that you have to make it very impersonal, a dissertation. Like, you have to write it
'cause
very
it's a
third person.
yeah.
So it's like
Yeah.
writing your name so third person all the time.
Yeah, I hope he wrote it in full as well.
I hope he got quotes from himself as well. Like,
What,
from
just
his
like-
diary, it was like,
yeah.
luckily, I got an interview with...
Yeah.
It's just him in the mirror.
It's just like when he's doing his references, like BBC Sport, like
Yeah.
interview with.
My brain.
Yeah, just like
It's like references my own head.
yeah, just
Do woodpeckers get headaches? That was one
Oh,
dissertation
okay.
topic, which
That's
Yeah,
cool. I'm
you know,
interested
I
in that.
like that
that's,
idea.
that's good.
Booty calls, the best of both worlds. I mean, that's someone who's clearly been using like Tinder or Grindr a lot, and it's just like
Or like Hannah Montana.
mosquitoes like cheese.
Hannah Montana?
That is definitely
Best of
one
both
that.
worlds.
Oh right, yeah. Oh, I actually didn't think you said Hannah Montana. I thought you said like Tanner Montana. And I was like, what's that? Sounds like Hannah Montana, so I'll say Hannah Montana because that'd be funny. And then you were like, yeah, best of both worlds.
Beer
And I was like,
bottles
oh, cool, yeah.
versus human skull.
Oh.
Someone really didn't. The propulsion parameters of penguin poo.
That's fantastic.
I don't know how they researched that one, but
Don't ask.
there's a lot more like
Some of these are like effort though, aren't they?
there's a lot more relevant ones that, as in like in today's culture, there's a lot more ones
Yeah.
that are relevant. So people are always writing them on like the Kardashians or on like. I'm trying to think of another
It shouldn't-
shithole
it shouldn't be
family
allowed, like, yeah.
that.
Right on like
It's all fun.
Yeah,
Right,
I mean,
like,
Caitlyn
maybe-
Jenner's probably had quite a few wrote about her.
made it on like Made in Chelsea. Or, like,
Yeah,
right on
good
Made
point.
in
Actually,
Chelsea
no,
and shit
that
like
that was one that got shared on the tab. It was someone
it?
wrote their dissertation about it was either The Only Way is Essex or Made in Chelsea, and it was just like.
I mean,
Why
it's-
does Binky have a name like the dog out of Arthur?
Just-
It's like, that's not a dissertation.
Yes, it is.
It is now. I'd read it. Why does she have a name like
yeah, why,
Can
why
pigeons
yeah,
tell
it's
a
dumb
Picasso
name.
from a Monet?
No.
That's one.
The thing is,
If the tramp pigeon-
some of these.
Oh, this one I'd like to read. The Nature of Navel Lint.
Oh,
Where does it come from?
yes.
To be fair, some of these are
Myth
interesting,
busted.
but they're not exactly.
I think they did that on
They're
Brainiac,
not
actually.
exactly.
Grass
Not useful, are they? Like,
Depends on, you know
like
what's
you read
weird
it and
as well?
go, all right.
Because your dissertation has to have something, and I think I remember my teacher saying it
Does it
has
have
to be
to
a
have a
fairly
goal or something?
tenuous link to your course. Though.
Yeah, yeah.
So it's like, I don't know how right that is in terms of other courses, but ours had to have something visual
Yeah,
as its
yeah.
aspect. But if that's the case, it'd be curious to see. It's like what course you studying if what you think about doing something to do with lint in your navel.
Do cabbies
Yeah,
have bigger
dunno.
brains? If they are driving the fake taxi, maybe.
Listen,
got bigger
I've got a
something.
camera in that corner. I've got a camera in that corner.
Oh, you cheeky bastard!
Someone's been watching a lot.
I just know like Gavs. I just
yeah.
Yeah, I
studied
know.
Gav.
I just know that reference from another reference.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's weird when stuff gets to that point, isn't it? When you kind of
Yeah, reference a reference.
yeah, you don't know the original reference, but you know the reference to the reference, and so
Mm.
you feel like you know the actual reference, and then you meet someone that knows the actual reference, and then you're like, oh shit, yeah, I don't know nothing. compared
Yeah,
to
that happens to me a
yeah.
lot when it comes to like, because Family Guy have referenced everything. If I make a joke about something, like Charles in Charge, and I dread meeting someone who actually likes Charles in Charge. You like Charles in Charge? No, I just like Family Guy.
No, shit, mate. It's like the joke. You reading
I was happy with
about
that.
this, Jordan? Or you scrolling?
What did everyone write the dissertations on?
I don't know. I didn't write a dissertation, so
I'm reading.
I know it doesn't. Like, why'd you do that?
You did
I'm
look-
lost.
You did look at me very scathingly.
It's because I'm quite blinded by the light behind
okay.
you, to be honest.
By
So
my
every
beau-
time
by
I
my
look at you, I'm
beauty.
like,
I'll see if I can find. I put pictures of my dissertation up on Facebook.
oh, I didn't
I'm trying
ask.
Do you not remember what it was
You
about?
literally did
I
ask.
don't.
That's
Wow.
what the dissertation was about. Not
Mine-
what
It weren't that good.
Mine was about. It was researching.
What's the actual title? Give us the full title.
The actual titles
Oh, I don't know
was
that.
The Kinetic Studies of Kriegi Intermediates and Their Role in the Atmosphere, I believe it was. So Kriegi Intermediates are things which were theorized in about 1949, but we were only first able to detect them in 2008. Just because, they're very
Continuously
reactive. So you have to use special detection methods, and I was
cool.
using something like that to figure out their sort of removal processes and potential sinks in the atmosphere, and then I did some stuff on peroxy.
There's no
radicals, so-
sinks in the atmosphere
Oh,
because if
don't do
sinks
it.
floating.
Just stop it. I was thinking it. I was like, is there a joke there? I don't know.
Find out what
I
mine
decided
was
there wasn't,
about.
so I shut you down.
Mine
I
was.
can get to it quicker, so I thought that you couldn't either.
Yeah, I know, yeah.
Mine was an investigation into how mastering techniques and technologies affect the listener's perception of sound quality. Because I got all.
Oh, yeah, you
Yeah,
did
you
actually.
Didn't
Yeah,
get
we
you
came.
in, but I know I got Sam and Matt in
Yeah, I
to
came.
take part in the survey.
It's a nice studio.
And I found in my acknowledgements, and I can fucking tell how much I fucking hated doing my dissertation because
How much I did not give a shit by
Yeah,
that point.
the final sentence of my acknowledgements and I would like to add a final acknowledgement to the examiner marking this final report. Please be gentle, karma could be a bitch.
No, you did not.
That's
put that in your
amazing.
I did.
acknowledgements.
I was like,
Oh.
all this!
That's amazing.
I wish I put that.
That's amazing.
I was too delirious when I
That's
handed mine
actually
in.
like something that could go viral.
Yeah.
Do you know,
That's
like,
fantastic.
can you imagine that being that could be on like a lad Bible
Yeah,
post? Just be
that's
like,
fantastic,
look what
that.
this guy did on his dissertation.
You
what
won't
a
believe
lad.
it.
Then he went out and got laid.
I was also
That's
happy that I
fantastic,
included
mate.
Kanye in my dissertation as well.
What do you mean?
Just a big picture of him.
Yeah,
He's watching you.
Yeah, just-
Oh, God.
just not anything to do with the dissertation, just like randomly on page like.
It's like a really pixelated JPEG that he's like zoomed right into
Yeah.
of Kanye's face as the front page of his dissertation.
I think it was. Yeah, I took another picture then uploaded this. It was about how we now consume music because
Oh, okay.
some artists like Kanye West now don't do physical releases. It's all upload
Yeah.
streaming, and I got some and how
Did he not release Life of Pablo as like a CD or anything?
no, which pisses me off. But yeah, last one
That's
he
another
released was
story.
People just
Jesus
download it.
in 2013. But yeah, it was more a case of I've included tweets of him just saying no more CDs from me, blah 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 blah, and it's saying about how the difference in online streaming, the mastering you do for that differs from what you do for CD and vinyl, blah blah blah. So that's why I talked about that. But
That's cool.
What did you do yours on?
I did mine was called The Non-Compliant. And it was an investigation into
That's
how
fancy.
it was. No, it wasn't that poncy. It was so basic. It was basically
Basic bitch.
It was the basic of bitches. It was about
Is it on like the Starbucks logo and how it speaks to you on an emotion?
You got
It was-
a
it was how
pumpkin
Pumpkin
spice
Spice
latte as you
Latte
read
was-
it.
yeah.
It's like,
No, it was actually about women's the representation of women in independent comic books compared to mainstream comic books.
Oh, that's pretty cool, yeah.
So it was like comparing like DC and Marvel compared to things like Image
Yeah,
comics,
yeah.
where
And Dark
because I've read
Horse.
like a lot of Saga and there's like a book called
Yeah.
Bitch Planet.
I still need to borrow the Saga.
Yeah, did you never watch? Did you never read the first? It's very good. But like in Saga, there's like a very strong female character who's very kind of sexually present and also
Yeah.
a mother, but she's also like a warrior. And I was like, how that difference to someone like Wonder Woman or Black Widow
Yeah.
and characters like that. But like Bitch Planet is a book that I'm reading at the moment that like I haven't touched it since the dissertation. I think I got so sick of it though, just like analysing it.
Yeah, you do.
you
Kind of
do.
stuff ruins like that,
Yeah.
doesn't it? When you're like, oh, I really like that, but I analysed it for
Well, exactly.
whatever,
Yeah, so I've not
it's kinda
touched it
dead to
since.
me
No,
now.
that's why I didn't do a PhD on my subject, because fuck that.
Yeah. But no, it's really good.
Is that the scientific terms?
Right in the bumhole.
But yeah,
There's the scientific part of it.
As the science
the
of it.
rectum.
Right in the bummy. No, but
Bummy.
that was improv and it came out better than I expected.
Yes.
I like bummy.
Improvise.
No, it was a Bitch Planet's really good. It's about like I think
of
it's something to do
bitches.
with the church has somehow taken more hold over the state,
Okay.
and then essentially
Sounds terrifying.
it's very misogynistic.
Yeah.
It's terrible. Like women don't have to do much to
Cheers.
basically.
TIE fighter.
They basically don't have to do much to get sent to this off-world prison
Yeah.
planet, and they colloquially name Bitch Planet. But there's like a bit that's like it just shows how it all works. And it's like, for example, a dude is like sat in a room pleading to get like his wife out.
Yeah.
And then it cuts simultaneously every now and again between a woman who's just entered the prison and she's really not built for prison life.
Yeah.
And she's like really struggling.
Prison rules.
And like the wardens are like really brutal with them and stuff. And she's like just this like oldish white woman who just really doesn't know what to do. And then you've got it keeps cutting back to the husband at the plea and says like, please, she's not done anything. It was just a small little argument. You need to set her free. And then she's going on about her husband, and then she says her husband's name, and then like it cuts to him, and then it says his name, so you identify that they're married. But then it turns out that this younger woman runs out to meet him and hugs him. So you realise that he's been having an affair with another woman. And he's pretty much just discarded his older wife and let her go to this prison planet.
And that's who he's talking about when he's in the trial.
Yeah, he's like talking about releasing the younger woman.
One. Yeah.
So it's like
tricky bastard, all men are
tricky bastard.
All men are dogs.
It is pretty tragic, but it's a good book. It's
That
really
sounds
good.
sweet.
It's really good.
Pretty sweet.
Artwork.
Do you want to talk about TIE Fighters, Guff?
Why the hell not? Well, the
we've
battle.
had a
Let's
reminder.
bring Star Wars into it.
Fucking hell.
So
It's all
the
over
Battlefront
the place,
betas,
isn't
it?
the Battlefront 2 beta's been online
We had
over the
a
weekend.
cheeky play
Beta.
yesterday.
We did. I've
Beta,
been
man.
all over it the last couple of
My
days.
brother was playing it last night.
Was it?
actually, yeah.
It's so good. I'm really enjoying it. Like me and Matt were talking about like some things that it could improve on and stuff. But last night I was it made me laugh because I know people have made memes about it and like little videos taking the piss. But the TIE fighters, like when you speed them up, they just make the most awful noise. Like in the film, because like the TIE fighters, every now and again they just go and they're like they whiz past and you don't hear much of it. But when you're like boosted on Battlefront, it's just it's so constant. It's like I felt like ripping my ears off. I was like playing it and I was like, this is the most horrible sound.
I like the TIE Fighter sound.
No, it's cool. It's cool, but when like I sat down and just analysed the sound, and I was like, it's just this. It just sounds like a really sad, like ill dog. Like it's cool sound.
I'm gonna like edit in the actual sound.
Yeah, do it. Yeah,
and
let's see how accurate it is. Let's have a comparison. Here's me.
It's quite accurate.
Thanks.
Yeah, and then
insert here.
Insert here, yeah. No, I'm not. Just making me like a dick.
Just make me look. No, yeah, I really enjoyed Battlefront. But
sweet.
The big news is that as of a couple of hours ago, the last trailer for The Last Jedi came out, and it overwhelmed me.
Emotionally,
sexually. I was aroused and sad all the same. No, I was
crying with a hard on. Just like...
That's all the time though when I do it. I mean, like,
that's normal though, right, guys? That's normal though, right?
That's all right. Yeah, it is. It's normal to cry afterwards. Yeah.
Crack all my orifices.
Crack all my orifices.
Yeah.
His ears just
leaky
start
eyes,
leaking.
leaky dick, leaky bum.
Leaky bummy.
Leaky bummy. That's the episode name.
Yeah,
leaky bummy. No, please don't go.
Well.
I don't want to change the thumbnail to anything related to that.
Just like shit dripping out the light bulb.
Oh, God. No, but the trailer, genuinely, I was very tired when it came online and it woke me the fuck up when it came on. I was like, I'm so blown away.
It does look good.
It does look very good.
That last scene, it was like
we saw our first proper look at Snoke.
Very true. Yeah, without
and he looked powerful as fuck.
Without being the Wizard of Oz behind.
Yeah.
He's got his gold
projection.
cloak on. He's like fucking Midas.
Yeah. Have you heard about the thing that people have? What is it in? They've taken like his clothes off him.
Who, Snoke?
Yeah. Maybe that was a porn. No, I'm joking. I can't. Was it? I can't remember if it's like an action figure or,
there's an action figure
or if it was
got
like a
robes
computer one, like that someone's modded, to like take the clothes off it, and like he's not got a dick. Back around dicks again. But like people are like, does that mean Snoke's a woman?
Help it, can he?
Does that mean Snoke's a woman?
It was an action figure.
And
I saw this.
Action Man's not got a dick. He's obviously a man.
It's like, what do you mean he's not got a dick? So
you're not going to put a
like
dick on a toy,
figure.
are
It's
you?
like no male toy has ever had a dick. Like famously, Ken, like Action
Willy.
Man,
Smooth.
smooth as the bonnet of a Porsche.
What's that from?
Mighty Boosh.
Oh, it's...
Yeah.
Oh shit! I laughed at a Mighty Boosh.
Yay!
We got him. We got him, boys.
We got him. Take the shot.
You set of cunts.
like the Mighty Boosh then, Jordan?
I felt like it tried way too hard because
Yeah.
I like
Not with that joke, it didn't, eh?
Hey, love that one.
like-
John's favourite programme, the Mighty Boosh.
I love like shooting stars or Rick.
Just Rick.
I
I love
Rick.
shooting stars. I love Rick.
Vic and Bob. So
Rick
and
Astley.
because they're like fucking
Never
off their
gonna
heads.
pick
I love
you
that,
up.
but some of the stuff I've seen and watched of like Mighty Boosh, it was just like, come on guys, just work into it. Don't fucking go 100%
It's not everyone's cup of tea. I get
mental
that.
straight
That's
away.
true. I wasn't a big fan of the thing Noel Fielding did after it.
Luxury comedy.
Yeah, I didn't.
It wasn't as
that
good
was
as Mighty
too
Boosh, but
weird.
it was
that
maybe
was just
a
like
bit too much. It was I enjoy it, but it was. I remember like I watched the first series with like David and Alex and that, and then when that ended, I was like, yeah, I don't know, like when this, I never got on the second series again, and then I watched it recently, and I was like, it feels more of a trudge to watch. Like, do you know what I mean? Like whether it's just the second series or whether I was a bit younger. And
you
I was
can
like,
stick to Bake Off.
Yeah, I'm enjoying him in Bake
Yeah,
Off.
me
personally.
too.
Yeah, he's good
I'm a fan
actually.
of
We'll have our podcast about Bake Off.
We'll have our Bake Off cast.
Laura, you can join if you want.
Bakecast.
But
Yeah, Bakecast. That's got to be a thing, surely.
Yeah.
If that's not a thing, then like
Yeah, someone will love
Channel
that.
4
patent.
missing like a trick.
Someone's already done it.
Someone's done it.
Someone's done it.
So let's find out. Click on iTunes now.
Bakecast, yeah.
Phone's there.
Um,
Keep talking. I'm gonna
Sorry,
Yeah.
Star
fill
Wars.
this hole.
Yeah.
Star Wars. No, yeah, it doesn't mean he's a woman. I mean, he could be androgynous,
Yeah.
but I think they've cast Andy Serkis.
Maybe
I think they're trying to make, and they're using very male-orientated
Yeah.
language towards him in terms of like title and stuff.
He's
He's a bloke.
Does it matter?
no.
It doesn't matter
Like,
anyway.
I
but
I
it's,
want him to be
he's-
no
alien.
one.
Yeah.
Like,
I
hate this idea that's like, who is Snoke? I'm like, I hope he's just a dude. Like,
you know what though? Snoke is the one I'm interested in the most because it's just like.
What, to see who he is? Or...
Well, yeah, but not necessarily. I don't obviously want it to be a twist. I'm the same as Matt, where it's like I'd rather he's just
Yeah,
someone we've
just
not
someone.
seen before. I won't like it if they were just like, oh, he was Darth Bane, and like the whole people who watch the extended universe can be like, oh my god. But it's like
It's Ray from the future back who's melted.
that's why there's no dick or anything.
Yeah.
She's
she melted.
no, but it's the thing of
melted.
you found my weakness, fire.
Do you want to know if there are some Bake Off
Is there?
podcasts? There's Soggy Bottoms,
That's a good one.
and then there's two
Soggy
Spotted
Biscuits.
Dicks on GBBO.
All right.
But that's a shit name.
The
But,
two guys called
Soggy
Richard.
Bottoms is fantastic. Shout out to Soggy Bottoms, you did well.
to be fair, they've not got that many episodes.
Fuck it, we're stealing it. Soggy Bottoms is the new podcast name. Goodbye, Existential Tangent.
Rebrand.
Can't wait for that logo.
They've got 18 5-star reviews though, so that's
that's
good.
good.
Better than us.
By Soggy Bottom 1, Soggy Bottom 2, Soggy Bottom 3. Oh, it seems.
Bottom Sog 5,
Yeah.
The Reckoning.
I think you were trying to make a joke then. You was like, the reckoning.
Nah, Reckoning. No, that was the joke, Matt.
Was it? What, that you weren't making a joke? So meta.
Anti-joke.
Anti-joke.
No, but it was the thing with Star Wars.
Yeah.
It looks
it
very
out.
exciting.
It does look very exciting. I'm really looking forward to
I'm
it.
looking excited.
Me too.
I don't know how much of a red herring. I think some of the editing towards the end of the trailer.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
It's a bit of
That-
a red herring.
I mean, I like the last shot, but it was like, well, they're probably going to be two completely different
Yeah.
Yeah.
areas. Because there's no way it's just going to be like, I need someone to help me. Yeah, I love.
yeah.
Yeah, love
Yeah, I'll
take
take my hand.
Yeah.
Take my hand.
Because, yeah, there's going
Take
to
me where to Neverland.
We're off to Never Neverland. Doop da 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 doop ba doop ba da da dum.
Enter life.
Oh, dear.
Take my hand.
Take me hand.
But I mean,
We're off to Never Neverland.
Down.
I like how the trailer obviously makes. I'm going back to it.
Sorry, go on.
No, I was just gonna say how I'm liking Luke's sort of like jaded to.
Jaded as fuck. Like,
Yeah.
He's just like, I hate.
be honest.
Fucking don't even come near me.
I
Like,
tell you what, you know
dickhead.
what moment really got me? There's like I remember because Mark Hamill has been in pop culture for a good few years now,
Yeah.
as other people. He's been in The Flash a
One
few
other
times.
person.
Yeah,
you
he's
know,
the
like how
trickster.
dare you? What other person? He was in Kingsman for 3 minutes.
Yeah,
no, it
which
was
one?
the first
First
one.
one.
He was at the
Yeah,
very beginning. Yeah, he plays that scientist who gets like his head cut off. So.
Oh, right.
Sorry.
Hey, he was in Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back.
He was,
and he was great in
He was
that.
fantastic.
The Joker in it.
No, yeah, he's a fantastic
Yeah,
Joker.
yes.
Like, he was in like the Flash and stuff, and
Yeah,
I follow him on
as the
Instagram,
Joker.
so I see him all the
Yeah,
time.
as the
Yeah, as the
Joker.
Joker,
Although he's the
pretty much.
trickster,
Yeah, he
but
was.
still.
The Trickster. Is that what it's called?
Yeah, the Trickster. Yeah, it's like the
Okay.
Flash's
That
answer
was
to the
shit,
Joker,
wasn't it?
essentially. Yeah.
Hey, Flash is alright.
it's fine.
I've not watched it in a very long time. Though.
Yeah.
Says a lot, doesn't it?
Yeah, I hope the new series is good. But anyways,
that's good.
going off. But but they've basically when I watched that trailer, considering like old Mark Hamill is like, because like young Mark Hamill, you do always just think Luke because he's had more success as an older man than he has like when he was younger, especially with like voice acting and stuff. But like, I haven't seen like young Luke in a very long time.
Yeah.
But watching that trailer where he turns around and he says something, I was like, it is Luke Skywalker. I wasn't like, when I first saw him at the end of Force Awakens, I was like, oh, it's Mark Hamill with long hair.
Yeah.
I just kind of, I identified more the actor because it's like the first time we've seen him old. But in that trailer, there's something about the way he was speaking and the way he was acting it. I was like, no, it's Luke. Luke is back.
I suppose it's different with like Harrison Ford, who we've always like.
Yeah, exactly.
He always
Harrison Ford's
plays
almost
himself.
Yeah, plus you've seen
kind
like,
of, yeah.
we've seen him grow old as well, where it's like generally like there's two Mark Hamills, as you're saying, young Mark Hamill.
And like the thing with
Hamill,
Carrie Fisher as well is that like Carrie Fisher obviously due to like smoking, her voice changed quite a lot when she got older, so that when she was playing Leia, she just sounded like Carrie Fisher a little bit, not in a bad way. Like obviously, you know, she acted.
Hey boys.
It's just
Hey, respect. I've not said a bad word about.
Watching you.
Oh yeah, I forgot she died. R.I.P. Sorry, Carrie.
R.I.P. Yeah, she'd love it.
R.I.P. in peace.
I think Carrie Fisher would love this.
Yeah, it's
this
probably
podcast.
just love it.
her on.
Let's get her on.
Yeah. Let's get a seance going.
Get
Get
the
the
Ouija
Ouija
board.
board out.
Use the force. Use the force. She comes as a blue ghost.
Yeah.
No, but no, I was gonna say like, yeah, I think with that, Luke was the one that took me off guard the most. I was like, I didn't expect to be so impacted by you as Luke. Like I'm sold. Like not that I wasn't anyway, but I was like, I didn't think it.
You hadn't got your hopes up for it.
Not even that. I was like, at first, Luke
Pleasant
Skywalker's
surprise.
back. It was just Luke Skywalker.
Yeah.
It wasn't Mark Hamill. It was Luke Skywalker, and that I was like, just that moment I got before it, and I was like, and some of the display of Rey's power is pretty cool.
Yeah.
And his fear of her as well is pretty cool concept. Like by the end of Force Awakens, you think, oh well, she's the good guy. She's very powerful. She's very in tune with the Force already. You know, she's going to meet Luke. He'll train her very traditionally, and everything will be hunky dory, and we'll see a fairly light-hearted thing.
Yeah.
But he's terrified of her, and that's a pretty cool concept we've not seen
Well, that's
before.
the idea that like
The whole hint.
Luke, like you think Luke's like a powerful Jedi and stuff, which obviously like he is, but he's the only Jedi, so it's like there's not really much comparison for him and everything. And
well, what I think's interesting as well is the fact that, because I mean, there's been a lot of hints, especially in like some of the now canon extended parts of the universe, like Rebels. There's been hints that the Chosen One was always Luke.
Right.
That Luke was the Chosen One, not Anakin. And I heard that a few years ago before, because that's how I've always perceived it anyway. But I remember like recently when they did an episode where Darth Maul came back to fight old Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Yeah.
He like he could sense like Obi-Wan Kenobi, and then they have a fight, and he's like, is he the Chosen One? Like, who the person you're guarding, are they the Chosen One? And he says, yes, he is. And obviously it's when he's on Tatooine guarding Luke.
Yeah.
So it's like, it's the idea that if Luke's the Chosen One, and he is as powerful as, you know, Darth Vader was, which is terribly powerful in the canon of it, it's like, how powerful are they?
Yeah.
Because one of the first things that really blew me away was in the opening scene of Force Awakens, where Ren comes to the village and he catches that plasma bolt midair. I was like, we've never seen that. We've seen people dodge and block. We've never seen anyone catch something with the Force, like a Force bolt. And even though that's so little, I remember being like, oh my god, he's strong. Do you know what I mean? And like the way they displayed his power, like the whole mind invasion thing is like shit we've never seen in Star Wars before.
That stuff's so much cooler though.
It is. It's
like,
so cool.
All the his midichlorians counted off this chain.
Let's forget about
I don't
that
think he
one.
says off the chain, but like
one thing that I really liked about
It's off the his
raise the roof, No, it's like the one thing that I always quite liked about the prequels, and I think one of the things the prequels do very well is some of the choreography. Like for example, the fight on Mustafar is one of the greatest moments in Star Wars.
I even loved just the Qui-Gon Jinn, Obi-Wan Kenobi, Darth Maul thing. That's
Brilliant fight.
great.
Absolutely. So the choreography's fine. But one thing that I can live without is obviously all the big jumps. Like I think jumping
there was
dead
quite a
was
it's all
lot
a bit like
them.
you watch it and go, why has he done that? Like, why has he spun round? Like, he's just like, if the other person would just stab you in the back. Like, it's for show rather than for like,
definitely.
you know, actual.
But with that in mind, like Kylo Ren
practicality.
didn't seem to. What they kind of got away with, like, is Kylo Ren in the very early parts of the film didn't need to use much lightsaber skill.
Yeah.
and then when he does, like when he's fighting Rey,
yeah.
he's quite injured, so you didn't see him do much lightsaber fighting.
yeah.
So I'm hoping, because what we've seen in the trailer of Rey doing like loads of spins and like really kind of coordinating how she uses a lightsaber, it looks like there might be some really well choreographed fights in this film. I'm hoping.
I mean,
anyway.
even like, well, it's got that shot of Finn fighting Phasma.
yeah.
He's almost got like the. Well, is it a lightsaber?
Traitor!
It looks just like a lightsaber, but it almost kind of.
It looked like it was held on his arm.
Yeah, it almost reminded me of traitor guy. How his thing kind of extended out. It almost. It just the action of it reminded me of that. But there was also the whole bit about. I mean, did anyone really? I know Luke kind of hinted where it was like, I've only seen one person with this power before. Yeah. Do you reckon that's anything to do with like Rey and Ren being like related or anything like that?
I think it's going to turn out them being related.
Yeah, I don't know. It seems almost a bit too on the nose with him being like, oh my god,
you know
only
what,
one
though?
person has done this before.
I was wondering whether it depends on which angle they're going down, because if you look at most of the theories that either Kylo Ren and them and either Ben Solo and Rey are related. She is a Kenobi or she's a Skywalker. Okay. There's 3 bits of lineage there or family relation that you can link her power to. So it's like, depending on how you're looking at that film, I mean, I interpreted it as it's the same power as Kylo Ren. So maybe they are 2 sides of a coin almost. How they're explaining that, I don't know whether but you know, I don't know if the audience has read too much into it. I mean, I think they probably knew that there was going to be some like theory behind it. But like, you know, Daisy Ridley said, I always thought it was very obvious who her parents were when watching the film. Were. Yeah, she was like, I don't know whether she did that as like just to make everyone go insane. Yeah, but like
fucking with you.
She's fucking with us, mate. But like she said that like when her friends like were asking her, she was like, who it was, she was like, do you not know? And obviously she didn't want to say anything then, because she's probably been told not to say anything explicitly. Yeah. But because she knew, she might have thought it was obvious when watching
That's
the
a
film.
long time holding that secret in.
Innit?
I hope
she must have told someone.
I'm assuming maybe they'll tell it in this film.
I think they'd have to.
If they live it any longer, you're just going to be like...
Just do a whole Empire Strikes Back thing and be like, he is your father.
Oh, well, to be fair, that like they did that too much in The Force Awakens when talking about Kylo Ren, they're like, our son, your son... his son.
To be honest, some of the acting between...
Stop just saying son. Like, Jesus Christ.
You know, why? My only thing, and I love that film to pieces, the only thing I'm not a huge fan of is the dialogue between Solo and Leia. It's very forced.
I know what you mean.
Yeah, it's like, and no pun intended.
This is awakening you.
No, but it is very kind of unnatural. And it's like, I don't know.
I mean, do they hate each other? Or?
No, they love each other, but it's very much like, I had to do what
I meant in real life.
I have to go out. Yeah. Oh, right.
Like, as people.
They like each other, yeah. I think he was very pissed off when she read that thing.
Carrie Fisher's book.
I've not read it, but I know obviously what she says.
Why would she say that?
Well, no, they had like an affair and everything, and she's always like, I've always loved Harrison, like, but, you know.
Got a big schlong.
He's always really hard.
He might have a nice personality as well, Sam.
Maybe.
I can't fucking see it.
I don't think he does.
Yeah, I know. I've heard some stuff about her.
To be fair though, he was like 30 or something at the time. She was like 19.
Yeah, he was like 35. She was
it
like
was because
19,
I didn't realize there was that much.
That's a big gap.
Yeah, it was like, but yeah, like that because he was married as well and he had a kid, I think, by that time. So it was like a proper affair.
Yeah, Ben. That's what this whole film's about.
God, Golf, what are you watching? No, but yeah, that's the thing. So I think, but he was very angry when she released it, and then, but I think they stayed friends. But obviously, there was because she said that they joked about it, kind of, where he was like, "I'm getting my lawyers," but like he didn't say it in an actual threatening way. It was almost like a joke. But I think, obviously, to be honest, it's like after that many years gone by,
get over it. Like,
can you really be asked? Yeah, like. If you haven't told like your family that you had an affair with like Carrie Fisher after like years, like that's your own problem.
I think she did tell him before they published it as well.
Oh yeah, wasn't it a surprise?
Oh yeah, no, yeah, probably she would have been. Surprise. Oh, actually, are you sure though? Because I'm sure that I heard it was like a big surprise. I don't know. Because I remember she was on Great. She was even not Great.
So I know she was saying like she didn't know if to include it or not.
Yeah, well, she said I saw an interview.
But then she was like, "Oh fuck it."
Well, I saw an interview that she was like, "Yeah, I probably shouldn't have done it." Actually, like she was like, in retrospect, she was like, "You know what?
I think include it though."
What do you mean?
Like,
as in the book?
Have it in the book. Like, I think that's more what she meant.
Oh, right.
Why? Because are you saying she wishes she never did it in the first place?
Oh, no, that's what I meant. Yeah, she didn't have it in the book. She wishes she's not done the affair. I meant she said, she had never put it in the book.
Yeah, but I think, like, she just meant that she didn't put it in the book, not that she, like, didn't tell him before it published.
Oh right, yeah,
So
fair
maybe
play. Yeah.
that's why I
Oh
took
yeah.
it.
All right, fair
I
enough.
don't know. I could be wrong, but we'll never know because she's dead.
Oh,
Sad times.
I'm sad. I am
Um,
sad. Sad Disney.
Anything else to say? About I did have something.
I've
else
got
to
an
say, but
headache.
then we went. Have you?
Is that news?
No. No one gives a
Grumpy. I'm
No.
grumpy now.
No one gives a shit about you.
Grumpy guffers. Gruffers.
Gruffers goes to Grump.
Gruffers goes to Gump.
That wasn't what I said.
I know, but
Guffers goes to.
Grumpy this goes to Boo.
I'm cutting this out because no one even understands.
This is fucking shit.
Yeah. Oh, let's just
No one understands. the
collect
reference
our
anyway.
thoughts.
Oh, cut it off.
Yeah.
End it.
And but yeah, I think that's it, innit? That's it.
Yeah.
I'd like something else planned, but it's like massively long, this podcast.
Yes,
Why?
Can't say
What
it.
was the other thing you had planned?
I was to speak about something about my holiday, but it's been like
we can. Well, what we can. I've had a
No,
friend
put that
recommend.
down.
Right, I've had a friend recommend we leave cliffhangers for episodes to make them listen again. So,
Oh, that's an
Well, I've already
Yes.
decided what I'm going to speak about next time.
what do you want to speak about
Well,
next time?
I'm either
Sam?
going to speak about my sleeping adventures, or
Oh.
I'm going to do a bit of research into the whole
There we go.
how
we go,
narcolepsy
there we go.
works.
Next time
Yeah.
on Dragon Ball Z.
We literally
Goku.
talk about sleep.
Yeah.
Matt wants to talk about his
I'm
holiday.
going to talk about my holiday.
Yeah.
I've written a little something from actually. It's,
Did you write a poem?
Yeah, it's an emotional poem.
Yay!
No, I wrote a little story actually. Little
once-
So
story.
it's going to be a
There
limerick.
once was a man from
Yeah.
Spain.
And what's with the man's well saying?
He thought his
Um,
girl was a pain.
Dealing with some...
And I
So
he left
close.
her in Laos and he bought a new house.
Yeah.
And now
and
he's
then he
gone on-
found fortune and fame.
Ah!
Very good. Very good.
Yeah.
So true to life as
Teamwork.
well.
Yeah. Dump Laura in Laos, you'll be rich.
Yeah.
And I've got a SNES Mini, so I was going to say we can challenge each other to like Street Fighter and stuff like that.
I'm
Yeah.
down.
I just saw a post today saying how Mortal Kombat turns 20.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah,
25.
25.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's
I
25
tagged
today.
Elliot in it because
Yeah.
Elliot had to. I think
Yeah.
he played fucking hours.
He
and hours
did.
and
I remember playing against him. It was insane.
Yeah.
Oh, he's a dick at playing fighting games.
Oh, yeah,
with.
I know, he just
that
spams
last,
the,
that
like-
last day
Oh,
when we were in the
with
flat and it was
Injustice.
You mean when he like
Injustice and
twatted you like
he was
8
he
times
was
in
a
a row?
bastard. He was an absolute
Was he the
bastard.
Flash?
He was the Flash.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was.
Oh, that was
He
fucking
loved playing
great,
the Flash
yeah, that.
because he could just beat the
He
shit
was just
out.
laugh. The thing was though as well, he was laughing the whole time. I was like, as I kept getting thrashed, he was like, I was like, prick.
That's Elliot's laugh.
Yeah, but you can find us on Twitter, Facebook,
Mm-hmm.
everything. I'm not going to say it all. I'll link it all below so you can actually click on things. Interactive links. Good hyperlinks. Is that still a thing? Hyperlinks. Is that what you call them? Hyperlinks, yeah. That kind of stuff all below.
I like to call them turbo links.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. Turbo. Send...
Turbo
Should have
test.
said that while I was yawning. I tried doing a sound effect while yawning.
yeah, and recommend it to a friend or something if you've liked it. And yeah, we've got things to speak about next time. Yeah. Which I don't know if you're interested in. Hopefully you are.
We don't
hopefully we
have
all
to
won't be as
plan for
tired because
anything.
everyone's just been yawning for like the whole
We've
day.
yawning a lot this episode.
Yeah, hopefully
I feel
people.
I've woken up a little bit. Since.
Yeah, Sam's woken up. See you next time,
Give
guys.
us a few minutes.
Bye.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Spider